Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super glad you did. And if you're returning, y'all the real MVP, you already know. So if you guys have not watched my Vanessa Tarot Meet My Tarot Deck series, I will link that one in the description because I did just shoot it before this one. So there's a whole bunch of stuff I said in there that I'm not going to say in this one for the sake of keeping this video a little bit quicker. And if you guys see, if I look this way, there's a big spiral in my glasses. That's because the video that I use has a big spiral on it and my TV is sitting right next to me. So if you want to figure out that whole mess, that's in my Vanessa Tarot video. I did that whole message spiel in the beginning, so I'm not going to do that again. But let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to do this one like I did my Vanessa Tarot, and I'm actually going to walk you guys through the whole process of this interview spread. So if you guys are new here and you have not seen any of my previous Meet My Tarot Decks videos, it has been inspired by the chaotic witch Aunt. You might know her from TikTok, and she has come to YouTube and graced us with a video called Meet My Tarot Decks, and she tells us the personality of her decks and also their call-out ratings. I know I haven't been doing the call-out ratings because, I mean, some of them, I forget, you know what I mean? So I think I only did it on the Starman Tarot, to be honest. I will try my best to remember from here on out, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. I don't really care to rate my decks on how they call each other out. So I am going to be walking you guys through that whole process today, start to finish. So we are going to be using the Labyrinthos app. If you guys do not have the Labyrinthos app, I highly suggest downloading it. It is a free app, no in-app purchases. It's a whole lot of fun, and it has revolutionized learning tarot for me. So that's why I use Labyrinthos so much in my videos. And I do already have this deck spread put together in the Labyrinthos app, so all those questions and everything are on there. That's what I'm going to be using to analyze these cards. So I will link Labyrinthos in the description box for you guys, as well as where you can find this deck in on Amazon. Sorry, non-affiliated. And I put the Chaotic Witch Ants video down there too, because I always do. But I'm trying to think if there's any other videos I'm going to put down there. I will do the review video that I did of this deck in the description box as well. So let's go ahead and get our drink, friends. I did plow through my coffee in the first one because I was not awake yet. So I've got water now. All right, y'all. Let's get to it. So if you guys do not already know about this deck spread, it is one that I found in my group, and someone had posted it and I screenshotted it and I loved it so much, but I didn't get the OP's name in there, and I feel so bad because I've been using her deck spread a whole lot, so much so that our admin Brittany has also turned it into a graphic and we've been sharing it around the group. So whoever posted this, I hope one day she tells us that's my deck spread. I don't know where she found it or anything. She had just did the analysis of the deck spread and shared it. So if you guys don't know those questions, I will show you really quick. You can pause the video if you can read my handwriting. These are the questions that I use for that. Get you a good pause spot there. And if you don't have a handy dandy notebook, I would highly suggest it if you are like me and you have multiple tarot decks, so that you can keep track of your notes about bonding with the deck, the name and the gender that deck gives you, and also the cards that come out of this spread and the analysis if you guys ever want to reanalyze the spread down the line, or if you would like to re-interview your deck at some point, you can always put that in here too and compare notes. So that's why I've got this little handy dandy notebook here. And today we are working with my Universal. So this is a cute little pocket-sized one of those in a tin decks, and this is a Rider-Waite, normal Rider-Waite. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the front. So I just found out from one of my followers that this deck is actually colored with colored pencils, and I did not know that. And when you look at it, you can tell it's colored with colored pencils. So that's really cool. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know that about the Universal, that might draw you to it a little bit more. I know this deck's not too much, it won't put you out. I can't remember, it's somewhere between $10 and $20. It's not a whole lot. But the reason why I have Temperance here on the front is because I did already do this interview spread with this deck at one point in time, and I did connect with the deck and it did give me the name Temperance. So the way that I do that is I get in that meditative frame of mind. I like to do this spread with decks that I already have a good bond with, that I've done readings with, that I can hear very clearly. I don't do this spread with cards brand new out of the box because I don't have that connection yet. So decks like my Golden Thread, my Game of Thrones, and my Biddy Tarot are going to stay shelved for a little bit until I can get a better connection with them. But this one I did have a very good connection with. I was using it a lot for readings, so when I shuffled through the deck to ask it if there was a card that it resonated with the most, it did give me Temperance. I put it back in the deck, it gave me Temperance again, so I asked if it wanted to go by Temperance and it said yes. So she actually did say that she is a girl. She identifies as a female energy, so that's why I will be calling her Temperance or she or whatnot. I know a lot of them are either, I mean, if you guys can get that from your deck, I highly suggest it. I always try to start with that first. I like to get in that meditative frame of mind, ask them if they have a name they would like to go by. Some of them will tell you right off the bat their name. Some of them don't have a name, and that's why I ask them if they have a card that they identify with the most and if they would like to go by that card. So as you guys will see that in other videos, that's how I got some of these names. And I do not name them, they name themselves and they give me their gender identities. So if you guys have not watched any of my other Meet My Tarot Decks videos, I will, I did say I'll link the Vanessa Tarot. There is a whole playlist, so you guys can just check out that playlist. And I do believe this is episode 6 now. So let's go ahead and get into it. I did give the deck a very good Palo Santo smudge before we started this because I didn't want any reading energy in the deck to do this. So I do like to clear that energy really good. I like to clear the deck as well as myself with Palo Santo. And if you guys notice, I do have 852 Hertz playing in the background because 852 Hertz frequency heightens your intuition. So that helps you connect with the deck a little bit. So let's go ahead and give her a good shuffle. And this cardstock is very hard, so I forgot I will link the review video I did of this in the description. I don't know if I said that. I had to reshoot the first one a couple times, so I'm all over the place right now. But let's give her a good shuffle. I don't remember which cards you gave me in the first interview, friends, so we're gonna do your interview spread again. I also didn't realize how small this deck is. I'm trying to shuffle it compared to, I've been shuffling like the Modern Witch a lot lately, and that's a very big deck. So now I'm holding this deck and I'm like, man, this is teeny. Teeny. I think this is smaller than the Radiant and the Centennial too. This is very small. I think this is comparable in height to the Biddy Tarot. It's just not as wide as the Biddy Tarot. But let's go ahead. So like I said, I do like to start and do some notes in the beginning talking about how we have bonded, as well as the name and gender identity that the deck gives me. So I'm not going to be writing things clearly. That would make this a lot longer. And I do get all of the questions and cards out of the way before I put them in the analysis spread to make it a little bit easier. All right. I'm really glad you guys can't see what my hair is doing. I got lots of flippies over here. It's very excited to be healthy. So let's go ahead, and I did a good shuffle, and let's get your interview going, friend. I'm so sorry I have to put you through this again. So how will you help me with reading? How will you help me with reading? Ooh, how will you help me with reading? One card, please. How will you help me with reading? One card, please. How will you help me with reading? One card, please. How will you help me with reading? One card. How will you help me with reading? Thank you. Can y'all see that? I don't know about this, honey. We're not doing a reading. I'm tired of getting the Lovers right now. I've been getting the Lovers and the Knight of Cups over and over and over and over in readings. I don't want it. Whoever's trying to bring me a cup, I don't want it. I don't want your cup. Leave your cup at home. I don't want it. Okay, what frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? What frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? What frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? What frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? What frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? Okay. And let's go ahead. Sometimes you just need to reshuffle. And as you guys notice, I used to, in the first couple of spreads I did, I would take the reversals. I don't take the reversals anymore. It just takes way too much time to analyze reversals in this interview spread. I take reversals in normal readings, but in the interview spread, it's just way too much. So that might help somebody who has been struggling with this. Don't worry about reversals. What frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? What frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? There we go, we're getting something. What frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? Come on, girl. What frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? Thank you. Oh, we got 2 of them. Oh, look at that. Hey, Temperance. Man, which of those do I take? Oh, man. I feel so bad when that happens. Those both work. That's really hard. Sometimes one works better than the other one, but that makes sense. Which one did you want? Okay. I hear Temperance. I keep hearing Temperance. So we'll take Temperance. Okay. What is your biggest strength? So I know that the thing says deck strengths. Whenever I ask that, I do get multiple cards and I try my best to just get one. As you guys see, sometimes that doesn't happen. So what is your biggest strength? What is your biggest strength? 1 card, please. What is your biggest strength? Thank you. 9 of Pentacles. All right. We're grooving. What is your biggest weakness? What is your biggest weakness? Girl, I said biggest weakness. Okay. This one. 7 of Swords. That makes sense, girl. That's my weakness too. I don't want none of that. Okay, what is the best way for us to work together? What is the best way for us to work together? What is the best way for us to work together? Why can't we do 1 card? I know you're very excited to do a reading right now. I need 1 of these. Which one? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So I did get 2 over here. I got the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. I think it was the High Priestess that was trying to come out, because also at the bottom of the deck we had the Moon, so that is, both of them are talking about intuition, so I will take High Priestess here. Alright. 6. A message for me about working with this deck. Let's go ahead and give you another shuffle. Message for me about working with you. 1 card, please. Message for me about working with you. Thank you. Oh, you got a kitty. Okay, and now what is our new bottom of the deck? Oh, swift motion. Okay. So I do already have this spread put together in the Labyrinthos app. I do believe I said this. If not, I will link all of Labyrinthos information there for you guys. It is labyrinthos.co, which is .co, not actually .com, like I said in the very first video I did about Labyrinthos. So you can navigate your way to the app from the website if you can't find the app on your Play Store. Okay, so I do have the deck spread already put in there. It's 7 cards. You hit input physical cards, And let's go ahead, just throw all of these in there first. Don't worry about analyzing them yet. So the first one is Lovers, which is right here. I don't have to search that one. Same thing with Temperance, it's right here. Next one is Nine of Pentacles. Also, I apologize, I say pentacles. It's a funny word. I know it's pentacles. I am aware that it's pentacles. I just like to say pentacles. Usually I do that in my own brain, and it came out today, so you guys get the pentacles. Seven of Swords. High Priestess should be right here. Queen of Wands. I know the King of Wands is that Leo energy, which is funny. We got the Queen of Wands, and she's got a little kitty there. That's so cute. And the last one is Seven of Wands. Okay. So now that you got all your cards in there, let's go ahead and read that. So how will this deck help me with reading tarot? I got the Lovers, and although the Lovers is usually, I'm sorry, I'm leaning all over the place because my chair is really far back there. I'm trying to be really up in your grill so that you can hear me. Okay, so I got the Lovers, and usually the Lovers is twin flame energy, soulmate energy. We're not reading for that today, Miss Thang. So how will this deck help me with reading? We're going to take the definition here, which is partnerships, union, duality, and choice. So a union of harmony, full of trust, confidence, and strength. This relationship is one that represents both a physical attraction and a deep emotional bond. It can also represent an inner harmony between two aspects of one's personality. So the way that I'm going to take that, how will this deck help me with reading tarot? I'm going to say... a union of harmony full of trust, confidence, and strength. I like that. Okay, I did also get the Lovers for Joe, which was my Radiant. I think I called him the Universal in the last one. I'm sorry if I did. This is the Universal. Temperance is my Universal. So second one is what frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? I got Temperance, which means the middle path, patience, and finding meaning. So what frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? I'm gonna say tempered, because it is Temperance. So that just means, if you look here at the definition, it says, taking the middle road, finding a balance in life that allows you to attain a sense of calm when it relates to the external world also means adapting, cooperation, and mediation. So, frame of mind I should be in, I'm going to say balanced, calm, balanced and calm. That's a good one. Okay, so deck strengths, we got Nine of Pentacles. So that is fruits of labor, independence, and rewards. This one's very interesting. So sometimes you'll get cards like this where you're like, this doesn't quite make sense. So what I like to do is read through the definition. Sometimes if this definition doesn't give you what you're looking for, maybe look up on Biddy Tarot or one of your favorite books. And sometimes you'll find a message in there that you really like, that you feel really resonates. And that's why I feel it's important to do this with a deck that you are bonded with, so that you can use that for something you realize resonates with the deck. If you guys are using it on a new deck, that's really hard to do. So this one says, after much hard work, this card indicates a time of opulence and luxury, all resulting in a feeling of satisfaction, emotional comfort, and peace. All of this is due to one's intelligence and self-control and represents an achievement that has lasted over time. So, deck strengths is... emotional comfort and peace. I think that works with Temperance, so we'll go with that. So that's what I said. Sometimes you'll see just a little part, just a little message that works in there with the rest of the deck. So deck weaknesses, we had the Seven of Swords. That means deception, trickery, and turning a blind eye. I don't think I even need to read that card because, girl, same. my weakness is also deception and trickery, so I'm gonna take that. I think that that might mean, like, if you come into the spread with that in your brain, if you're trying to deceive somebody, or maybe she has a blind spot of trickery, so you never know. What is the best way for us to work together? We got High Priestess, so that's intuition, unconscious, and inner voice. So the best way for us to work together is, let's read this definition. It says, to direct your will outward, one must also be able to understand one's internal world. The High Priestess is the guardian of the unconscious and beckons the traveler to the world within. So the best way for us to work together is to direct to understand one's inner world. I think that works. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I'm like yelling, trying to get you to hear me. Okay, so message for me about working with this deck. We got Queen of Wands, which is courage, determination, and joy. So, since this is just the message for me about working with this deck, I'm just going to take the definition. I usually do that once we hit the message or the bottom of the deck energy. So for the message, it says, this represents a feminine aspect which is fiery, determined, and strong. Like the other wand suits, she's a natural leader whose courage in the face of adversity is an inspiration to all around her. I did also get this for one of my other decks, so I think that works perfectly as a message. And for the 7th one, bottom of the deck, we have here 7 of Wands, which is perseverance, defensive, and maintaining control. So as you guys have seen in my last one and this one, I think I brought something with me to this reading, even though I tried my best to smudge and not bring anything with me to this reading. So even with success, the battle is never over. After achieving a victory and a higher position, one must also put up a defense against the many competitors they want to wrench away at your laurels. So I usually take bottom of the deck as what I brought to the reading, so apparently I'm being defensive about something. So thank you, Temperance, for calling me out. Also, Vanessa, Tarot, you also called me out in the other one. So we can see these two are decks that call me out specifically. Some of the other ones are not like that. They will call out other people in readings. But nope, these girls call me out specifically. And I do have a little Spitfire deck that I do like to do those call-outs, but Spitfire I think likes to do my love readings instead, and he likes to call me out on my love life, which is not fun. So y'all are gonna see Spitfire at some point in time. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna take a picture of these really quick so that I don't lose those. I know I'm gonna have to rewatch these videos anyways to get the spreads, so I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know there's a lot of ironing out details right now, so I thought that this would be a good way to show you guys how to vibe with your deck, to get those answers, to do the whole deck spread. I understand this probably isn't the most fun to watch, so I did say this in the last one. Whenever you guys see my interview with my decks, you guys can always feel free to just throw that on in the background, just listen to it, or glance over it at occasionally. I do that with a lot of videos, so I don't feel too bad if you guys aren't like in my face staring at me, you know what I mean? I don't really care too much, but I did want to do these because I think it's very important for you guys to see how to interview your deck. Sometimes the cards just don't work, you gotta put it back, you gotta keep reshuffling. There's all kinds of things that happen when you do this interview spread, and I want you guys to understand that it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong, it doesn't mean that you're not quite getting it, or that you're analyzing it wrong. It just happens, especially with tarot decks. Sometimes I have noticed, you guys, there are certain decks that are not aware that they are decks, and they will be one-track mind focused on giving you a reading about you and your energy, or what you are hiding and what you're focused on, and you don't realize it. So some of those will not resonate with the interview spread. So I know that that might not make sense to some people. I do have a very self-aware deck, which is my Modern Witch deck. Very interesting energy that one is 100% aware it's a deck, will give you cards always pertaining to what you're talking about. Some of these other decks don't really know that about themselves. So that's why I say it's very important to know your deck, get that good bond, be able to feel and hear that deck really well before you do this spread. Because if you have a deck that's not very self-aware and you're not very bonded with it, you won't know that. The spread's not really going to make sense, and then you're going to think that the interview spread is just garbage, and it's not. You just have to really know your deck very well. So you can always do this with new decks, but I still recommend having at least some kind of bond with that deck first, okay? So we got 2 down. I know I got a billion more to go. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you guys like walking through these or not. I know I've done this quite a few different ways. I'm not really getting any feedback either which way. I did get someone tell me that they would like to see the cards that get pulled so that they can resonate with it, but I feel like actually seeing the shuffling process and how cards fly out and in real time might help you resonate with it a little bit more and might make a little bit more sense. So if you guys do like it already pulled and analyzed beforehand and just want me to go over it, I can do that. Or if you guys do like it this way where I shuffle through and you see the whole interaction and the whole process, I can totally do that. I don't mind these longer videos. I just noticed, you know, my YouTube studio does show me the click-through rate as well as the watch time. So I've noticed some of these videos will have like a 6-minute watch time and it's a 30-minute video, and I'm like, what am I doing that this video is not getting watched, you know? So please, if you guys are watching these videos, definitely give me that feedback down below. I totally welcome that feedback always. And yeah, if you guys are not already following me on Facebook and Instagram, all that information's down there for you guys as always. You can always get to know me and connect with me on Instagram at Starry Nightmare Tarot. Facebook is where you can book a reading with me if you so choose. And I do have a tarot deck in Amazon wish list down below. If you guys ever want to send me a tarot deck to review, you can utilize that down there. And if there's a tarot deck or oracle deck that you want me to add to it, you can always DM me on Instagram and I will add that there so someone else can get it for you if you want. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to do another one. Hopefully it works, but I know we're having all kinds of problems right now. I moved my bed so I don't have a thing to be sitting on, so I'm gonna try to do another one while I've got this set up right now, because I know this is gonna be really hard to replicate tomorrow or Monday if I try. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, those of you who stuck around. I know this is a very select bunch of people that watch these deck interviews, so I'm just kind of specifically talking to y'all. I know you guys are like my trusty bunch, you know what I mean? I got a little trusty bunch of people that watch all of my videos, so I'm not too worried about the new people who just jumped into this video. They probably already clicked out. This is just for you guys that are sticking with me through all of my videos and actually talking and interacting with me. So I really want to be done with this video. I didn't realize I was running toward 30 minutes. So if you guys like this video, give me a big thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, that's cool. Thumbs down. You don't have to like my video. And let's go ahead and wrap it up. I already said stuff about comments and whatnot, so I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Namaste.